Dude, my skin is glowing. Holy fuck. Even though I got a bit of acne right here. Anyways, so just about like an hour and a half ago, I'm sitting at this very desk because I want to put out some artwork. And I'm sitting here for like maybe an hour because I can't come up with anything. And I'm getting like really frustrated. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to go take a shower. So I go take a shower and I'm like, why can't I think of anything? And there's been other times where I've done this too. And then after a couple minutes, I kind of just let go. And I realized like there's no point in trying to force an idea if I can't like come up with anything. So that's the point of this video. And I was like, someone else is definitely thinking the same way. So I think I should make something like this just to kind of make them feel better and give them reassurance. So, topic of discussion is stop forcing ideas. It's okay. So, what I was thinking in the moment, which probably what most people are thinking, is like, what am I missing? I don't know what to do. Why can't I think of anything? I need to put something on this canvas. And you go through this like negative thought cycle, and it's hard to kind of pull yourself out when you're very passionate about like art, because no one likes to not have an idea. So, and another thing that like really was bothering me was just allowing other aspects of my life like to stress me out. Like it's not fun like going to work all day and then being told that like yeah, things are going to get worse. Like it's not fun. And I'm not doing good at all right now. But I know that can change, and I'm not going to let it bother me or anything like that. So that's what I was thinking in the moment. And people go through these negative thought loops, and it's hard to pull yourself out, like I said, because you might be passionate about it, which is why I always recommend meditation, because it'll really help you like pull yourself out of that. So I went to go take a shower, and I was like, I don't have anything that I can create, but I might as well, since I'm thinking of it, there's someone else that might be thinking what I'm thinking right now. So how about I put something out like this? And I had thought of this idea a long time ago as to how I think ideas are made. So if you don't know, this is a Fortnite supply drop. You know how in the game, if you play the game randomly, you will come across these supply drops, and they have like items. You might get good loot or whatnot, but you have to like go and get it. So if you see it in the sky, you gotta go get it. It's like the idea comes to your mind, and you have to learn how to utilize it like as soon as you can. And it's just like the Call of Duty mystery box in COD Zombies. So if you don't play this game, one, you should be ashamed of yourself. Secondly, the mystery box, you pay $9.50 for it, 10 if it's a fire sale, and it'll spin for a gun, and whatever gun you get, you can grab. But if you don't get it in time, the gun disappears, and you just wasted your money. That's how I think ideas are formed. If you don't execute an idea in enough time, someone else will eventually do it. Like, matter of fact, I can't even pull up the example. I don't want to, like, dox myself accidentally. But, that's how I think ideas are formed. So it's like, they're gonna come and pass. There's nothing you can really do. And until you have the mental bandwidth to actually afford a new idea and put it down, then, like, you got a new idea. You gotta make sure you take action. So, how I overcome the scarcity when it comes to this is, firstly, sit down and breathe. Do a box breathing method. You do 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out, 4 seconds hold. And you repeat that process, and you keep your mind to the present moment on your breath, and you just keep doing it. And if you lose focus, just bring it back. That's like a rep. Like in the gym, like how you like do a curl, that's one rep. That's another. Every time you bring yourself back to the present moment, that's a rep. Now, once you've calmed down a bit, understand this. Being stressed makes it worse. If you're like sitting here thinking about it and like having negative thought loops about it, it's just going to make it worse. So when you're like a bit more calm, sit and ask yourself, like, what am I feeling? Because a lot of my ideas actually a good amount of my artwork comes from what I'm feeling in the moment and how can I articulate it on a canvas, or what I think of something, like how I would do it with my synesthesia pieces. What am I visualizing when I listen to this song? What am I feeling, and how can I make it into a canvas or an art piece? So that's what I would think about. That's why I think a lot of men who ignore their feelings, they're just unemotionally intelligent. Or emotionally unintelligent, sorry. And you can even ask yourself, like, what were my thoughts earlier? Because you may have had an idea earlier to put down on the canvas, but you just forgot. So you really want to learn how to dig back. I don't know what the fuck that was. Um, yeah. Ask yourself this, because you may have had an idea earlier. And it's hard to remember thoughts. Like, we're not meant to actually store ideas in our brains. We're not meant to do that. That's why another thing that I do, personally, if I have an idea, I'll write it down in a note. Like, when I got out of the shower, I saw my phone, opened it, and I had a note saying, the title right here. Stop forcing ideas. Oh shit. We're not there yet. Um, yeah. And if, like, you really can't think of anything in the moment, just walk away. Like, take a minute from your workstation. Remember that you're not married to this. And if it's not meant to be, then let it be. I need to tell myself that more often. And another thing you can do is affirm your abundance. Bro, what the fuck is going on? Alright. Yeah, affirm your abundance. Sometimes I like to say, I'm brilliant. That's it. Or I'm a genius. You don't need to sit here and like meditate and shit and then like say all this weird shit in the mirror. You don't need to do that. And then also like visualizing yourself like coming up with these ideas and like articulating yourself. Because in that visualization, you might actually get an idea. Like, isn't that cool? It's like how do I put that? It's like it's like you're foreseeing the future in a way. You know? It's kind of cool. Another thing I like to say is, God, please allow me to create. Please give me an idea. And of course, just be more versatile, because you may not be able to articulate your own idea in one way, but in another, you might. Like, let's say you might not be able to create something or articulate yourself on a canvas, but maybe like through sound, like making a song or something. Just a thought. So, listen, if you are struggling with having ideas, obviously I can actually make a video on how I would do practices on creating ideas. I gotta like start practicing that again so I can validate myself. But yeah, listen. If you're going through life, I understand if it's hard. Especially as an artist, like it's really hard to make it as an artist nowadays because you need money and it's really hard. So don't allow the world to kind of beat you up. Just let it be. You need to be like water, like Bruce Lee said. You need to kind of just go with the flow and let things be. And eventually things will come to you. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a nice little shower thought. So, I'm gonna put that out like right now.